Thanks. Everything is good.
So what are we looking at here?
We are looking at the SSDs, what we do, what we customize, develop, and then produce in Austria for the creative world, for the creative people.
And what makes them different to regular SSDs?
It's a completely different product. It starts from the design of the product itself, and it ends how you use them. Because most people even don't know that the creative world is even more in demand and needs more features than the high enterprise drives.
Right. So what do these offer exactly? What sort of speed?
They offer, for example, UPS. It's an own circuit, a power circuit that if something happens on the host computer for the power, it automatically makes a flash command, saves everything to the drive, and then shuts down the drive. Additional feature is that we have a temperature sensor on it, which takes the temperature of the drive. It recalibrates the drive for the impedance that we always have a steady input-output, which also is very needed for the creative scene.
And what sort of capacities can you get?
We can get basically every capacity we can produce, but the highest what we do at the moment with enterprise NANDs is 640 gigabyte.
And what sort of I/O speed? What's the bridge that you use on them?
Excuse me?
What's the actual sort of bridge part?
This always depends on the file sizes, you know. Also there we are optimized for 4K, which is a lot used in the video and audio scene. And there we have highest input-output about 400 megabytes per second, uncompressible data, and highest IOPS and lowest latency.
And what's the actual protocol that's used to I/O between the drive and the computer?
Yeah, we have SATA 3, 6 gigabit per second, which is of course downloadable to SATA 1.5. And also for the SSD to go, so the portable drive, we have USB 3 and eSATA, where we have the only ones who have eSATA native eSATA 3, so 6 gigabits per second, and USB 3 with full 5 megabits per second, which we completely max out.
So give me an example. If I've got a copy like X gigabytes, what sort of speed advantages am I going to see?
Yesterday I made a backup for Fab from Universal Audio, where I backed up about 400 gigabytes in 12 minutes.
Wow. That's
yes.
Fast. Right. And that was over what? eSATA or?
USB.
Wow.
USB 3.
Okay, cool. And they look very classy, and I'm guessing they're not the budget end of the market, right?
Yeah, I mean we do really everything for the product. That means we even CNC work the casing for the USB, for the SSD to go, as well also for the regular SSDs. We CNC the drill everything out of it, so we get best heat dissipation to the drive, from the drive to the casing. We have everywhere on all the on all the components we have thermal pads, so to really get it completely off.
And there's still lots of discussion about what the life cycle of SSD is. I mean, what's going on there?
The life cycle, I say, from a consumer drive level is very short, because it can only write a certain amount of data. On the enterprise, it's basically a lot. With our drives, we did test, you know, you can, for over years, you could 24/7 record.
And it sort of seems like a real sort of bling kind of thing for maybe producers and video directors and stuff. Is it like a luxury product, do you think?
No, it's not a luxury product, because the luxury product is what you film, what you record. This is really the value. So it doesn't matter if a drive costs 200 euros or 1,000 euros. It's about what you capture, and this has to be safe. Yeah. And there you have to search for the value.
Right. And what sort of pricing structure are we talking about?
We talk about $200, or if you say 200 euros, up to 1,000 euros, 1,500 euros, where we offer highest quality, highest reliability, enterprise, and even more feature set for a prosumer price level.
And are you using using specially sourced memory? I mean,
yes, we get delivered for the NANDs directly from Micron. All the NANDs are directly from Micron, Class A, Tier 1 enterprise NANDs, which we get served directly.
And what does that mean? Does that mean it's been through the most stringent kind of quality control? And
This is that you have there really the highest quality, which means lowest failure rate. This is also from the CPUs, the outer of the die is less reliable, the inner is the higher grade and more expensive.
I didn't realise there was actually a sort of a zone of the manufacturer.
Yes, exactly.
So what would I get for a couple of $100 then?
For example, for $279, you get already an SSD to go with 128 gigabyte. This goes up to $1,000.
And where can people find you?
They find us in the net on Angelbird.com, exactly. They find us in the US over our distribution. We are just building up the retail channels. Yeah, that's what I can say about it.
Thank you very much.
I thank you.